Thanks for staying with us. We now have our second conversation for the day, which is the Awujale, the longest reigning king in Nigeria. Now, after 64 years on the throne, he is now known to many as the world's longest reigning paramount monarch, a patriot and a nationalist of the highest order. He is the paramount ruler of Ijebu land, Oba Dr. Sikiru Kayode Adetono. Claire.
Yes, Demola, one does not just call the Awujale anyhow, except for very important, reasons. And, you and I know that there is a very big reason why we are, having, featuring the Awujale on Good Morning Nigeria today. Not just because of the fact that he'll be celebrating his 90th birthday, but also because we are told he's the longest reigning monarch in Nigeria,
in the world right now,
in the world right now. Yeah. Right so we'll also be looking at, of course, how he's touched life, how he's reigned,
his
impact, and what has made that stool so revered and still relevant today.
And how he has been able to build bridges across
precisely
communities.
So you will be having someone to speak on this matter?
Yes, we have Chief Dr. Fasi Adetukubo Yusuf, who is joining us via Zoom. Dr. Adetukubo, good morning. You're welcome to Good Morning Nigeria.
NTA, good morning Nigerians, and good morning viewers all over the world.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. Okay,
yes.
Claire.
Okay, Dr. Adetukubo, thank you very much for joining us. So quickly, again, we like we said, it's not always that he's the traditional ruler is mentioned, but for today we're mentioning him for many reasons, maybe 2 or 3, 4 reasons. First, he's the longest reigning monarch in the world today. He's 90 years, and of course he probably his relationship with these people. So let's begin with why has this stool become so revered and still relevant today?
Fundamentally, we need to talk about his integrity, his strength of character, his knowledge of the country's socio-political journey, and generally his sagacity.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so I asked, in a time when traditional rulers were trying to get back, the authority of our traditional rulers, the Awujale has remained so revered, so important, especially in the history of Yoruba land. You want to tell us, what has he done and how was he able to do that?
On April 2nd, 1960, 64 years plus 1 month now, he was crowned the Awujale and paramount ruler of Ijebu land by the late Premier, Chief S.L. Akitola, and in the presence of the immediate past Premier then, Chief Obafemi Awolowo. The crowd was never witnessed before in Ijebu land. And 2 days or 3 days after, he took his seat. That's May 5, 1960. April 5, 1960. He took his seat in the Western Region House of Obas. I was nominated at that age, under 26, to be the chairman of the Western Region House of Obas. But that later went to the late Oni of Ife, Oba Adesoja Aderemi. But he was appointed a minister in the Western Region at the age of 25. The fact that he was nominated would tell anybody that, look, there must be some credibility in him. Certain things others saw. And ever since, he had remained constant in pursuing the Nigerian dream And when the Western region had this crisis, he was in 1963. He was a member. He was appointed a member of the Dr. Majekodumi interim administration in Western region. And ever since, he has been a king like no any other king. He has been very constant. He has been very loyal to the Nigerian nation. The Ijebu nation has never had any king like him. Let it be on record that he is the 58th Awujale of Ijebu land. And he has succeeded in raising the bar and bringing the Ijebu nation to the fore. Hardly will any government pass by without seeking for his advice, his opinion on issues, and without consulting him. You remember during the June 12, 1993 crisis, he played a prominent role and tried to find a solution to the country's political problems. And also, you also remember the issue of Nadeko, that some of us were branded Agbako, and that was the corruption of Nadeko. Awujale, Secret Editor was there, and he fought for the return of democracy. And it was one king that offered his palace when policy was lifted. Palace was used by the major political parties, then evolving political parties for their manifestos, for their constitutions, for the rest. And they sought his advice widely. And that is about politics, to some extent. Let's now talk about education. He was appointed the Chancellor of the then Federal University of Technology, Yola, now Modibo Adama University. And he also served as Chancellor of Crescent University. Presently, he's the Chancellor of Olmark University. Not long ago, the Ogun State government renamed the College of Education as Oba Sikiru Adetono College of Science, Education and Technology. And in the area of poverty alleviation, I must say that the Ijebu nation has the best in the country, and to the extent that other nations come to Ijebu to look at the model. And you must have witnessed, covered the Ojudoba Festival, which was Ijebu's gift to the world, because it is devoid of religion, devoid of politics. You see different age grades coming together, the war laws that defended the Ijebu territory against territorial aggression before the advent of colonial rule. And you also discover that in Ijebu land, there's never been any issue of communal clashes or crisis since it came to power 64 years ago. You also discover that in the area of governance, during his 80th birthday, a proposal was made to him to establish a professorial chair in good governance, which he gladly embraced, and that has now expanded to what the president will be commissioning on Friday. We now have the Oba Adetono School of Governance for postgraduate, that is, professional masters, academic masters, postgraduate diploma, PhD degrees, and other short-term courses in governance in Nigeria. And the federal government is embracing this. The state government has embraced it. And it's a multi-billion-dollar project and never before seen in Africa. I can go now on. I don't know where you want me to stop, but I can go ahead if you want me to.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Adetono, for reading out most of the achievements of the KBAC. What he has done, how he has impacted life, the bridges that he has been able to bridge across the globe, and his contributions to humanity. What would you say, would be actually it's working for him about the tradition of the people to always support the royal father? What would you say in particular is actually working for the king?
About integrity, transparency, patriotism, the love of his people, and the love for them, and the willingness to serve. Service above self. These are some of the qualities going for our referred monarch. His integrity is impeccable. His transparency is second to none, and everybody attests to all this. And he's a king that will damn any demagogue and will not betray you. If he has any comment about you or any feeling about you, he's not afraid to say it. Be you what you are. So these are some of the things we need in this country: integrity, strength of character. He's very compassionate.
Jebu people, you know, they are known for, they are fun-loving people. They are number one fun-loving people in Nigeria or even in Africa.
You need to qualify that. But that's specifically what I wanted to ask Dr. Fassi. I just wanted you to maybe quickly, in few minutes, talk to us about, you know, the king is 90, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I'm just wondering, what are his pastimes? What does it engage in? Like the kind of food he eats. I know Ijebu people like what kind of food now?
Ikokore.
Ikokore. Yes, ikokore. what kind of yes?
That's the water yam and all that.
Yes, you know that has kept him, you know, alive and healthy and still, you know, kicking at 90.
And what should we expect at this ceremony?
Well, as I said, the ceremony started on Friday with a Jumat service. On Sunday, we had a Thanksgiving in the Cathedral Church of Our Savior, Itala Joda Ijebuode. On Friday, we're going to have a fun-in-one event at the Olabisi Onabanjo University. The School of Governance will be commissioned by the President. There will be the annual professorial lecture on good governance. Number 3, there will be book presentation on, let me see, on this, Reinventing Governance in Nigeria. The Oba, Dr. Sikiruka, the editor of Model. It's a compilation of books. I also have some chapters there. There will also be a documentary on the life and times of the amiable monarch. And on Saturday, there will be civic reception by the people of Ijebu land in honor of their amiable king. By and large, it is to showcase what we as a nation, what we have, and to let the world know that here is somebody who came to the throne at the age of 25 and who has succeeded in bringing honor, prestige, and service to the throne.
60 seconds. What would the king like to be remembered for?
He would like to be remembered for service to his kingdom, service to the state, service to the country, and service to the world. And also we want to bequeath a legacy of education, a legacy of integrity, a legacy of transparency, and a legacy of service, which we need very much in this country.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fassi Adetukumbo, there for giving us a brief of the king and what we should expect. Claire, you know, what do you think? What are you expecting? I'm expecting a carnival, very colorful carnival. You know, the Ijebu people.
You know, Nigeria has a heritage of very rich culture and tradition.
Yes.
From the west to the east to the south to the north, you know, we have very colorful events, of course, that are, you know, centers of tourist attraction. So we don't expect anything less from this.
No, not from Ijebu people.
Not from Ijebu people. So Dr. Fassi Adetukumbo, we really like to appreciate you, and we wish the king well, and we're looking forward to the Ijebu touch.
Yes. The reaching Ijebu carnival.
You should expect that. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir, for coming.
Yes.
Well, that's how we draw the curtain today on Good Morning Nigeria. Thanks for staying with us. From me, I'm Ademola Adeoye. Do have a fabulous day.
Stop drawing the curtain. This curtain one day will refuse to be drawn. I'm Claire Adelapa Razaka. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.